Hello.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing? Are you tired?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little tired.
All right.
Come to think of it.
Well, we're gonna wake up together. Let's
What
start
does
over.
that mean?
Cut.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I am good. How are you?
Man, I'm good. I'm I'm real good, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude, shows have been great lately. Been playing.
Uh-huh.
You know, good bass stuff.
Good based stuff.
Bass level.
Based level.
Bass level. Yeah, dude. You've been traveling. I've been traveling.
Yeah, man.
They've been traveling. They've been everywhere.
Yeah.
They've been on our Discord.
We're pointing at the camera right now for the audio listeners.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So let me imagine me pointing at you.
I like it.
Big old fake point. All right. Yeah. Dude, you were traveling to a real cool place.
Yeah, I got to play Bonnaroo.
The Roo,
dude. Which this will come out in a few weeks after, maybe a month after, but it was a lot of fun. We were woofing it. I don't even know if that's the right term to use.
What do you mean?
We camped. We camped.
They've got the
there
glamping.
was not much glamorous.
They've got the
in the way we
glamping options,
camped,
right?
Yeah.
They're doing that now. The
yeah,
festivals.
I mean, but it's like $10,000.
Ooh, baby, chump change.
We were in a vendor campsite. I think the artist campsite was full, and we were also like,
what?
You know, the smallest name on the poster, which is great. Like Abby's name was like 4 lines down from Foo Fighters, so that's not a complaint at all.
No, that's fun.
But yeah, we played 2 little showcases.
Okay. What stages? Do you remember?
One of them was the Toyota Music Den, and one of them was the Who stage. And the Who stage is supposed to be Who's Next stage. Okay. You know, there was some I don't remember who all they listed. There were some big bands that have played that stage, gone on to have great careers. So
nice.
That's kind of their
cool
shtick.
So this Toyota stage, where was that like
It was technically called Outeroo, and so there's once you leave the main part of the festival, there's just this tent city of where the general camping is, and it is enormous. Okay. And in the middle of that is kind of this barn that's painted red with all these wacky eyes and tentacles and crazy stuff. And we played after Paris Jackson, who I didn't know who that was until someone later told me that is Michael Jackson's daughter.
Turned out.
And she covered a Pearl Jam song.
Which one?
Even Flow.
Nice. Which
is like the typical one to cover. Sounded awesome.
Cool. She full band?
Yes.
Nice.
And then
so this is like a rocking thing. It's not just like a, sitting around.
Buddy, it was louder than any show I've ever seen.
Wow.
Like all of them. Like my watch was hitting 120.
So it was like, hey.
It was louder than any bar I've been in. Like I wore earplugs the entire weekend.
Dude. Hey, hold on. Side note. If you guys aren't carrying earplugs with you, it's the Narcus.
Dude.
It's so lame, but it is so useful.
Yeah.
I keep them in my bag.
What kind do you have?
Dude, just a little orange foam.
Regular ones? Yeah.
Orange foam. It saves my life, dude. Especially if you're going and seeing a show, like if you're in a festival weekend like that, and you're watching somebody and playing like later or the next day, to give your ears that kind of treatment, they're gonna thank you when you're older.
Yeah, just normal. Here's my tangent.
Let's do a tangent, then we'll get back to Bonnaroo.
I have this little leather pouch I bought off.
Oh, you got it on you?
Yeah, I always have earplugs on me. Literally always.
When the car gets too loud, man.
So, I mean, if I'm in a van and people are blasting music or something and I want to sleep, earplugs. I mean, if someone's listening to music too loud, earplugs.
Yeah.
And I don't have to be like a jerk about it because that's not fun to be that guy. But I bought this stupid little leather pouch off of Etsy like 10 years ago.
Cool.
And it's been with me forever. It's aged really nice now, which is cool. You'll appreciate this. I always have a drum key. Step 1. I have a drum key. I get asked for it too. People who know I have it have an iPhone dongle.
Good call.
The iPhone to headphone jack dongle.
We're going to pull out one Advil.
No. I have a bunch of picks of various sizes. I have a 1/4-inch to headphone adapter in there all the time. And, we talk about it. My earplugs.
Oh, you got the nice ones, yeah.
I do have. I've bought. Oh wow! Look, I have 2 quarter-inch adapters. I use Earasures earplugs. I really like them. I wouldn't say like that's some crazy fidelity whatever. It just the -19 ones, they're like $40, so they're expensive. But
I mean,
the -19 filter ones, that's like just enough. That's just enough to have the full like concert experience, not lose all the high end.
yeah.
And then like earplugs overall, if you've never played a show with earplugs in, it takes considerable amount of mass to filter bass. So you actually put your earplugs in and you might hear your bass better.
Interesting. So I've never done the wedge gig with the earplugs.
Yeah, I do. We do a lot of wedges. And so I have earplugs in and I get my mix where I want it with my earplugs in, which usually is just like acoustic guitar vocal.
Nice.
Zach plays drums with kind of a light touch, which I love. So I might also get a little bit of snare in the in the wedge, and that's all I need.
Dude,
That and my amp.
So I don't have the fancy earplugs, but I do.
Earplugs, like,
dude, I'll even take free ones.
Yeah.
A lot of shows are like starting to have them, especially
Yeah.
like if you're going to like dive bars, indie concerts, whatever. Dude, it's so worth it to take them.
I would like to hear when I'm 60,
Yeah, that'd be sick.
and I already have tinnitus. So like,
oh man, he got that dog in him.
I got that ringing dog in me, man. So I already hear it, and so I'm like just extra careful.
So there's the big earplug plug.
It's an ear condom. Safe listening. Probably should.
Back to Roo.
Yeah,
Dude,
Bonnaroo's fun.
okay, so Outer Roo.
She played Paris Jackson.
Paris.
Played a Manchester Orchestra song,
Sick.
which we were all like, "Is that Manchester? That sounds awesome." Then come to find out, she has a song with them,
Oh, nice.
or at least with
Very dope.
singer Andy.
Yeah.
And then she had like 4 million Instagram followers, and everyone
She
in the
got
tent,
clout, dude.
everyone in the tent knew who she was, and I was just like, "Doop doop doo doo." Oh, cool, great set, huh? Pearl Jam cover, love that. Sounded great. See ya. And then someone goes, "Miss Jackson, would you like a water? Miss Jackson, would you like this?" And she was like super cool, but you're like, oh, there's like a this is a person.
Yeah. No, that's cool, dude.
Yeah, she was so
Right
nice.
on.
So-
Okay, so that's the outside stage. Good vibe.
Yeah,
Lots of people.
Madison Cunningham, who I'm obsessed with her music. She played that stage the day before. We were in this whole like logistic nightmare where they didn't have all the passes for our cars yet.
Ooh.
So I missed seeing AFI and Madison Cunningham and Black Midi, which teenage me missing AFI was a big deal.
Say that's tough, dude. That's tough.
That's okay. We get to open for Madison Cunningham in like a month
Nice.
at the Burrell County Fair.
Very cool.
So that'll be awesome. If you guys have not listened to Madison Cunningham, I would highly, highly implore you to.
Mhm.
Very like Beatles adjacent, amazing production, just all around. Also, great guitar player. She plays in these really weird tunings, so like you
Nice.
can't really replicate it.
Oh, perfect. I love a good tuning.
Yeah, so it
Nice.
was great. Then we saw a bunch of great people, but highlights were Wolfpack, Paramore, Foo Fighters, Kendrick Lamar. Kind of changed my life. That was one that it's like
That's sick.
yeah, that's one that I don't know if I'd ever like pay the amount of money required and travel the distance required to be able to see him right now in this era of his career. So it was great. I knew the words to like every song, and it really hyped us up. So that was awesome.
That's sick.
Remy Wolf was awesome.
She's the best.
I didn't get to see Colony House.
Oh no, Park.
we,
I saw his set online.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
put it on YouTube.
Yeah, I got to watch a good bit of his sets. That was cool.
I DM'd him and said, "Sorry, I missed your set," or it's something like that. And he said, "You're dead to me." So that was awesome.
He's dishing him out.
Tough break.
Uh-oh.
Rest in peace.
No, dude, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think it's fun that you guys made the whole weekend of it. Sometimes,
Yeah.
especially if you're not like routed somewhere else that weekend, it's nice that you can like stay
Yeah.
there, be there, make the friends,
Yeah.
do the thing. Especially, I mean, dude, how often are you going to get a free ticket to it?
Yeah, I mean, not much less. We thought like maybe we get a day pass, but our management is great, and obviously saw the Tyler Childers crew. Got to hang out with them a little bit.
Chris, shout out.
Yeah, those are our homies, and so that was cool. And then I'm trying to think of other big highlights. Oh,
How was catering?
it was good. It was good. Yeah, kind of the same thing every day because I don't think they expected many artists to be there
to
camping.
stay.
But it was very good. The big thing with the Wolfpack thing, Corey Wong also played. Saw him kind of around, out and about, all that kind of stuff. Did not say hey to him because he's a busy man. And I'd already seen him once before, but every year at Bonnaroo, they have like a Superjam that like one artist gets to oversee, and unfair to him, I think it was like a 3-hour Superjam. Paramore started like right at the end of it, something like that. Or maybe it was Tyler. I don't know, it was somebody big. And so like we knew, Kate and I, my wife, we knew we could only see like half of it, whatever. But when I was backstage at that stage earlier that day, I saw the Joe Dart bass on the stand where they put it on a stand and they walk up to it.
Oh, that's fun.
And I saw Corey's guitar on the stand, like the playing stand.
That's cool.
So I knew that there was going to be like a secret Fearless Flyers set. And
that's sick.
Fearless Flyers are awesome. I like some of their stuff more than some of the Wolfpack stuff. But the biggest thing I like is Nate Smith, drummer. Insane.
Tank.
Bucket list level drummer. Him, Steve Jordan, Questlove, like all of that kind of drumming is just like, I love it.
It's awesome, dude.
So
it's wild.
Yeah. So Kate and I went out there and we were just watching, and he's calling guests, and he called. Most of the Wolfpack guys were kind of up. Victor Wooten was out and about. I saw him. I didn't get to see him in the Superjam, but obviously when I saw him walking, I knew. Sierra Hull played mandolin to Fearless Flyers or something like that. It was amazing. Cool. Nate Smith came out, did his thing, and then Nate Smith and then Corey Wong's usual drummer, who's so good too. They had 2 drum sets playing on stage at the same time. Theo Katzman ran up and shirtless and did Red Hot Chili Peppers. Give It Away.
That's sick.
Give It Away. I mean, it was. Dude,
the whole
fun. Place that's went fun. Wild. And again, like you're in the tent, and the space on the lineup that it is, like everyone there wanted to be there because they were having to miss somebody big.
Yeah. And
they just kept bringing out people, Hanson later came out, which is hilarious.
That's
funny. I can't remember some of the, it was just like person after person. It was at least in the top 3 things I saw all week. And it was like almost cool. Impromptu set. I mean, they just played covers the whole time, and people just walked up and played it with them.
That's fun. So dude. That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, overall, amazing Bonnaroo experience. Now, some of you people, what you do for music by like camping and what you put your body through, I wish I loved music that much. I do. Dude. But at the same time, like I'm just so spoiled at this point. But like, it's so expensive. It's so far out there. Mm-hmm. The stuff ends at 2 a.m. and then you get woken up by a generator at 6 a.m. or like using disgusting porta potties, and like, man, it's like music festivals are their own beast, and you can either do them or you don't.
You gotta love it.
I would rather see each of those people in their own venue. But you add all that together, and you're like, that's probably more expensive anyway.
Oh, it is.
Especially if you're not in a big market.
Undeniably more expensive.
Yeah. So Paramore, like I thought I was too cool for Paramore when I was a teenager, to be honest. Mm-mm. And then I got more and more into their newer stuff, like where they did the 80s inspired album.
Yes.
And the newest album, I think is so good.
Yes.
I didn't realize I knew all the songs anyway. I thought I was too cool. I liked death metal when I was a teenager. So...
they've got hits.
They've got hits. They command. Oh,
She's
Crow.
The best.
Sheryl Crow.
Is she the one that I saw a video of her like with a?
She plays a hollow body bass.
No, she had an accordion walking through the through the festival.
Sheryl Crow is an underrated, amazing bass player. She plays bass on a lot of stuff. You would never know. And it seems like they're always playing short scales before short scales were cool. She plays one very similar to the old K that I have.
Oh, nice.
And then on stage it's like a Hagstrom or something. I don't know. And then the guy behind her that plays bass when she's playing acoustic guitar, it's one of the short scale G&Ls with like the music or the Ernie Ball type pickup in it.
Oh, that's cool.
It's yeah. Sheryl Crow, like if you're not a fan of Sheryl Crow or if you haven't really given her a chance, like go back, listen to especially the live stuff and the more rock and roll stuff. But she just has a stage presence that sometimes you just have to see her live in the context of other bands to realize how like good and transcendent she can be on stage. So yeah, that was my Bonnaroo trip. Sorry for rambling, but
that's what the people want. Man.
Yeah, a great one again. Like if the ones that are kind of underrated is like a Remy Wolf. If you haven't listened to her yet,
Remy Wolf,
she's a lot of fun. She did a Live from Electric Ladyland EP recently, which, you know, if you like the studio rack kind of stuff like me and maybe less of the produced poppy stuff, it's awesome. So Remy Wolf, and then Amber Mark was really good. Cool. She's kind of gone more poppy, but she has an EP that has the song Monsoon on it, and it's like kind of like musically complex R&B. Got to see a little bit of Jacob Collier too, which was great.
Nice. Can I do my Jacob Collier impression?
He was great. He was walking around.
He's the smartest musician on earth, but
yeah, he was walking around, had this like pastel, like Easter Sunday type suit on with flowers sewed into it.
Did you meet him?
I mean, we were in catering together, but I have a hard time saying, hey.
We've shared a meal.
Yeah, no, we did not. Well, I mean, we were in the same room. To be honest, like most of the times those places are like really particular about catering. And I was lucky enough to get Kate a pass, my wife.
Hey, that's great.
But we could not get her into catering. We could get her into artist areas, but not catering. So I was like, oh, there's Jacob Collier. Hey, can I have 2 orders of these chicken wings? And then I'm like walking out with my arm full of food so I can give it to the wife.
Dude, that's good husband.
Yeah.
You're doing the right thing. They were doing that to us this last weekend. They were like, hey, your friends can come in. Like they were like you said, like allowed in all the artist areas, whatever, but they were like, if they take any of this orange chicken, they get a slice of that banana pie.
You're off the bill.
Get out of here.
That is where we draw the line. They can use the artist porta potties.
Yep.
They could drink the artist water, but not this chicken wing, man. Step back.
They touch that salad bar. So help me God.
Everybody's got friends at festivals, and everybody wants to like
it's totally true.
Share. So, and especially if you're not having to pay for it, I understand why they're stingy.
Yeah, whatever.
But anyway, lots of like, oh yeah, there's Jacob Collier. Oh yeah, there's Victor Wooten.
That's the fun.
Yeah, can I have 2 of these barbecue orders? I regret nothing.
Good for you, man. And and your set on the inside stage was good.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, so gear wise, I had an SVT for both of them. The first SVT went down right before I started.
What do you mean?
Making some wacky noises. And
through the thing or through the DI?
Through the amp.
Because I had DI issues this last weekend.
Well, I had my Noble, so.
Oh, you brought it.
Oh, I brought my pedal board. Yeah,
dude. If I'm flying, I'm like, I'm bringing the bass. It's fine.
If I'm flying, the Noble is going somewhere. I don't care if I have to shove that thing up my butt and walk through the airport. That's another thing I probably shouldn't say, but
they pull up the X-ray and they're like, what is this? They're like, good night. Ew. Like, but I need it for my tone. Dude,
it is my one, like, it is coming with me. I would rather rent a bass and play someone else's bass than go through another DI.
Dude, I understand what you're saying.
I don't know if you do.
I do. I hear the love. I hear the love and the respect, the reverence for the Noble.
Sure.
I'm not going through the trouble of bringing that thing.
It's so small. I will pop it off.
Small is not the word I would use.
No, I mean, like, it's even smaller than bringing a travel board.
Yeah. I'm not
just pop that thing off. I put it in my backpack. I carry it on, and I go, pop, and I'm good.
No, that's great.
I don't need anything in front of it.
Yeah.
If I don't have a choice.
Dude, I don't know. That thing, the SVT always sounds good. So I just leave it be.
Except when they blow up right before you play through.
It didn't blow up.
The guy was like, yeah, it's been doing something weird all day. Can we just like not? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, you're going to have to give me a ton of bass in the monitors. And then there was like a weird EQ on my bass. So it sounded, the Yamaha, if you don't EQ it right, I would say maybe this is true for jazz bass too, or any 2 pickup bass. If you do something weird with like the mid-mids, not the low mids, not like the mid-mids, if you scoop a little area right there, it gets this
scoop mids.
it gets this weird, like, almost sounds like a bad fretless bass. It gets like really anemic and like not clanky, but like honky. Ugh.
I can't say these words, man.
It's so my bass sounded like that in the monitor.
Okay.
And those are the ones like I try to like not turn up my amp and not, heavily EQ after the sound guy gets it. But when I could tell the guy's not paying attention, I'm about to twist some knobs, dude. I don't care who's around me. These knobs are getting twisted, my guy. If homeboy's on his phone the whole time and he's doing front of house and monitors from side stage with his phone up. I don't know if I should be talking this much trash, but he wasn't paying attention, and we needed some stuff during the show because it was like a line check, and it was like even on the other stage, it was literally you are not allowed to play a full song. He's like, "What do you need in your monitors?" And we just kind of guess, and then we're like, "All right, can we hit a chorus or something?" He's like, "You literally cannot play all together at once before the show." So had some really interesting policies. With that being said, the PAs were so freaking loud. Like they had one stage that was quite a bit away that was a literal rave with lasers and stuff the whole time. But it's like, 2 stages away is Fleet Foxes. And I'm trying to listen to Fleet Foxes, and they're like, vocal harmonies and acoustic instruments and very dynamic, lots of really soft, tender moments. And you can just hear in the distance, boom, 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 boom.
There's no way to get around that.
So it happens, but those are the parts of it that weren't super fun. My SVT the next day sounded amazing. The SVT that blew up was a SVT VR, which is interesting. I don't think that's not the newest Yamaha one, but it's like one before that. There was like a Heritage. There was the old school ones. Then they made the CL, which is a 1-channel instead of a 2-channel. That's the black one. That's like the backline standard.
Okay.
The second day I was playing a CL, and I liked it. The CLs also have input gain and a master volume, where the old school ones, it was just master volume, no input gain. So the thought process being that you could drive the preamp harder without necessarily having to go like crazy volume.
Yeah, like going nuts.
But I like my SVTs as clean as I can kind of stand it, which is why, I need a really high watt SVT because I'm not really going to push it into real distortion. I need that nice headroom. So the CL was great to have. You also had a CL this week, right?
I did.
You played what festival?
It was called Country Jam, and it was in Grand
Country Jam.
I can't ever keep them straight.
All the
country festivals are called Country something.
Yeah,
Country something, and I can't keep them in. I can't keep them straight at all. But I flew out to Denver, drove like 3.5 west. Grand Junction's like the last city in Colorado before you hit Utah. So it was fun. It's like super deserty, dry, dusty, like hot in the day. It's like 95 in the day, and then the sun will go down and it gets to like 50.
But it's like a dry heat? No.
It is.
Okay.
It is. It's confusing. Like you get in the shade and you're like, ooh, it did just cool off 20 degrees.
It's a little chilly.
Yeah, it's weird. Super fun, man. It was a great time. Totally different, kinds of crowds. It was fun. We were on the same type of Who's Next stage.
Yeah.
They call it, a lot of times you'll see it in country called Next from Nashville is a stage that I've played a bunch. So we were on that. We were like the last on that stage, so we got a really fun spot.
Yeah, that's nice. Oh, and it was dark, right?
It was dark. So
That's
the way
the
they
good
were
part.
doing it, and they tend to do, is like especially with the country festivals where there's not like a million stages. There's like a main stage,
Yeah.
maybe one side stage, and maybe next from Nashville. This one, there's only just the two. So it was the Nashville stage and the main stage.
Were you ever playing at the same time?
Nope.
That's perfect.
And also, since we were doing that, we were sound checking during Whiskey Myers. They're awesome. They're halfway to rock and roll. They close their set with like what's that CCR tune with the everybody puts over helicopters. Fortunate Son. They closed with Fortunate Son, and it was awesome. It was really cool. They were really rock and roll. So we just got to, we were playing full songs for sound check, no problem.
Cool.
There's a bunch of weird stuff. I mean, we had like a full sound check in an hour, which was really, really nice, and a whole lot more than I'm usually afforded on these like backline gigs. Yeah. So, dude, we just cranked it out. They had issues with a lot of stuff, so we kind of wasted a good bit of time, but we were able to, basically the SVT was it was giving this like weird buzz, and not like a ground lift buzz, it was just a weird buzz.
Like an RF thing?
No, I don't even know how to describe it. It just was it just was doing its thing, as they do.
It happens sometimes.
So they ended up taking me to a DI, splitting that, and taking that to the house. And so I had...
Womp womp.
I know. So then that kind of fooled my whole plan of not bringing anything but a bass, but it still sounded fine.
You wish you had that Noble up your butt.
No, I don't. It was not worth the hassle of bringing anything else. Because I was already running playback. I was like, I don't need to waste all this time if I'm going to go set up playback and my stuff. So I'm like, plug the bass in. It'll be great.
Like you need a rack Noble.
No. So let's see. Plugged that in. Sounded great. I took my flats P, and it was the right call for this gig. And I actually had a really good time playing it. Dude, I just been going more rounds lately, but both my round P basses are like giving me fits, man. They're just weird, like fret out issues,
weird,
like noise down low. I'm just like, gosh. So the round wound P was what I needed to be like predictable. So
right. The flat wound P.
Sorry, yes. Some hint.
Which is on your Fender.
Yep, I've got that on my Fender.
Sunburst?
Yeah, but no, it's black with like the red tortoisey pickguard. No sunburst, no burst.
Oh,
but it does have that nice maple fretboard, so it's beautiful bass. So yeah, I really had a good set with this dude. The guy I played with is great. He's super talented. He's a country guy, but he's super modern, and he does a lot of like poppy 2000s covers. So he did dude, he closed his set with like Drops of Jupiter, which was
nice.
Fun, dude.
Yeah.
But like one of his covers was like Tennessee Whiskey, and in the middle of that, it goes straight into Gravity. And
That's good. It's
kind of a match made in heaven.
Did you have a keys player?
No. Well, he'll play piano for some of his stuff.
Cool.
But he makes his own tracks too. He's super talented, and he had some really nice stuff in the tracks and like little organs and pads and stuff. So totally cool. Man, had a great time. I got to see a lot of good people, and then right after we were done, I don't know if you're hip to it, well, not hip to him, but like into him. Cody Johnson played. Have you ever seen Cody Johnson? Heard his stuff?
I swear I've heard the name around, but no, I don't know.
Oh, you've definitely heard of him. I mean, he's like he's like self-described as like real country. Like he's from Texas. He like has a ranch. He does his own stuff on the ranch. He's very old school Texas country.
Cool.
He's got that song. Oh gosh, now you're saying it, I'm forgetting it. He's got a big smash. Oh yeah. If you got a chance, take it. Take away, you got a chance. The song. If you can, tell you can't. That's what it is. Tell you can't. It's
you
good.
Can dance if you want to.
And that's the one. That's Cody Johnson. No, it's great. So we got to watch him, and
cool.
Dude, super fun. We were kind of staying on this like little artist VIP section, and when you're backlining, you it's the quickest teardown you'll ever have. You're like, well, picked up the bass.
See you guys
later. Let's go hang out more. It's so fun. So we went back and watched them from that little deck, and dude, like he gave his like whole band like solos or whatever, and he's got like a fiddle player who's phenomenal. His band's all been with him for like 15, 20 years. Steel player that was unbelievable. Like, dude, steel player shredded. Over top of like Inner Sandman. They would like do these like band intros. They'd like play a little jam. They'd stop it, give the person like a solo, and then they'd come back to that like kind of theme. Well, bass player comes up, dude. he played that solo. Well, not the solo, but like the verse of like Aeroplane by
Nice.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
And he was on a Lakeland, like a 5-string Lakeland. And
That sounded awesome.
I think, and he is a Lakeland artist, so super cool. Dude was crushing it, and he like did the fleece dance too. And I was like, if this is for anyone in the crowd, it's for me because I love that specific part, and I love Flea, and I love that record, that One Hot Minute record with Dave Navarro on guitar. So I was like, dude, so
underrated.
I sent a message. I was like, bro, dude, that was like, it was perfect. It was awesome. So, dude, they crushed, and we got out of there, and it was fun. We actually did. We didn't do hotels. We stayed in Airbnb. So
Fun.
outside of the gig, it was just like it was a hang, dude. All weekend, it was great. Plus,
I'm very pro Airbnb for band hangs.
dude, it was great. And he actually had some family and some friends come meet us, and they were just hanging. So we were
Sweet.
playing cards. We get to play. Do you know what euchre is? Our Midwest listeners know exactly what euchre is.
I feel like I've seen the logo in gas stations.
Euchre?
Maybe I'm thinking of
It's a card game.
It kind of sounds like Yonker, like the thing you spit up.
No. 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 No, it's a card game. So, yeah, we got to play a bunch of that. So that was nice. There's just a different vibe. When you're in a hotel, there's not a good like common room. But then this, we were just all vibing. Yeah. Middle of nowhere. I'm talking, we drove 30 minutes off of a Colorado highway to get here.
Nice.
It was middle of nowhere. So all in all, great experience. Fun at Country Jam.
Country Jam,
dude. I was kind of telling Carson before this, but I got to stop carrying that bass on. It's too much of a hassle.
Oh yeah,
dude,
on airplanes.
We always talk about it, but there's this like sweet talk that you have to do with the gate and hope they're in the right mood, because they just change
Never
what
works.
They're okay with and not okay with. So you'll walk up with it. 10 out of 10 times they're gonna look at you dead in the eyes and they're gonna go, "Oh, that's not gonna fit." And you're like, "All right." What you have to do is, "Hey, can we try it? Like, can I like just see?" And then like 2 out of 10 times they'll be like, "We have a coat closet," which 10 out of 10 times they have a coat closet. 2 out of 10 times they'll let you use it.
Yeah. Have you tried this? I just have we tried the strategy? I don't know if this would be better or worse.
Slip them money.
Well, I was going to say that too. Yeah,
Bribe
I think we
them.
talked about it. Another somebody did a video on like flying with a bass or flying with guitars, and they say they always tip the baggage handlers.
Oh yeah, we did talk about that,
which is cool.
I will not try that. I would much rather them just gate check it. But
well, I was thinking more like, what if you ask for every person's name you see touch it?
Oh, they're not going to do that.
Hey, can I have your name, please?
I don't know.
Like if they're really, you know, just to put a little bit more skin in the game. Is that?
I don't think I care that much because it's fine. Like,
what do you mean you don't care?
Like, I'm never flying with something I care about that much, dude. All
that's
this
your
to say,
first problem.
We don't need to rehash the fly, but I'm gonna buy that case and just start putting it under the plane. And it's too much. You know, you're beating everybody up in the airport. I'm smacking people in the TSA line with it. I'm like, it's just flopping around. So I'm done with it. I'm done. Flying with the bass is so annoying. This is the only time I'm envious of the drummer is when they're like, "Well, got these sticks." Dude, even flying with a snare, I'm like, that's a cool looking bag.
Yeah.
And it does fit overhead. So yeah, dude, it was fun, but
yeah, I just I throw it with this SKB. I throw it under the plane.
That's so cool.
And the Lord will take it if it's her time.
It's good. Yeah, you have to be accepting of its fate.
It's got air tags in it.
That's right. Oh yeah,
hidden in it.
I air tagged everything I got. So
and I will say that I have not yet tried to do this with this big one. I'm actually prepared for a Chicago trip. It's like American Music Festival, something like that, in a couple weeks, and I'm going to attempt to take it on the plane. They're not going to let me, and that's okay because it's the biggest case I have for it, and they're going to throw it under the plane right there, unless they force me to put it under the plane, which I'm
going in there too.
Yeah, I'm okay with in that case, in that SKP. I think I'm okay with that, but I think I'm still going to attempt to take it all the way to the plane, and then because when they gate check it, it's waiting for you on the other side. Usually,
sometimes they switched on me. I was telling Carson on the way out, they did like the real gate check, and on the way back, they were like, "It's going to pop out a baggage claim. It's going to spit out on the conveyor belt." And I was like, "Ah, gosh, there's nothing you can do about it." So you say, "Okay."
What is your name?
Can I give you $30 to not do that?
I heard if you scream, you'll have a better chance of getting it.
Look, if you make me late for this Chick-fil-A.
This is my right as an American to take this. You're done.
Dude. Yeah. I will say we landed, back to the travel, we landed in Nashville, and I walked out of those doors, and I was hit with 95 degrees and humidity, and I was like, nope. This is horrible.
No.
And it was like 7:30 at night. And I'm like, dude, they gotta fix this.
Get somebody to work on this weather.
Turn the AC on, man. That place gets so hot.
The Illuminati controlling the weather pattern. Let's make this a little better. Let's do California's had good weather for too long. Let's do a little swap.
Unreal. Well, yeah, all in all, good stuff. Now I'm taking this will be out by the time I've already gone, but I'm taking some weeks off. Me and the wife are going over to Europe again. So we're just doing the rounds.
World traveler.
So you won't hear from me for a while, podcast friends, but maybe I'll drop a line on the Discord if I see a musician in the wild.
Jump in the Discord. It's just like, there's like 6 or 7 of us, something like that. It's just we hang out there, we chat if you want to talk about pedals or something where someone's around, just like a fun little community that we can kind of control and try to have a nice vibe. We can control the vibe.
We like to have the hand that raises and lowers.
Right. Well, I mean, you can't really, you post on Reddit and sometimes you get some nice people, or you post on Talkbase and sometimes you get some nice people, but sometimes you get some real stinkers, and it's, it could be a fun, kind of encouraging place to hang out. So yeah, jump in the Discord. If that link is expired, just, send us a message. We'll send you the new link. Yeah.
Hey, what do you got planned here coming up? Gigs, other than
I have that festival.
Yeah. When's
in
that?
Chicago. It's next weekend.
Okay. And
so that's cool.
Obviously you've kind of mentioned your fall's pretty stacked.
Yeah, the next thing after this is we get ready for all the Tyler Childers shows. I think we have like 4, 5, 6 shows.
That'd be great.
Opening for Tyler Childers. It's going to be amazing. I'm trying to work on something. It's kind of been an inside joke. Well, so my last name being Childers, I'm not related to him, but there was a period of time and recently where I just get messages or people stop me in public and they're like, "You related to Tyler? You related to Tyler? You related to," and every time it's like, "No, not related. No, not related. Whatever." No relation. And it progressively gets worse the closer we get to them, which obviously happy to do. Love those guys. Love his music. Love the whole team. It's amazing. This is not a real complaint, but I get, the mailman the other day delivered my mail, handed it to me and goes, "Are you related to Tyler Childers?" I said, "No, I am not." So it's kind of been an inside joke that like in my Instagram bio, I've had not related for like the last year as like the first line. So I'm working with a friend. I might have like some kind of guitar strap or something that I have on the Tyler dates that has not related down it in like a really subtle way.
That's funny.
So we'll see if that actually happens.
Nice.
That's my next thing.
So that's the gear on the horizon then.
The other thing, I got a Temple board. I'm kind of putting together a nicer, more tied down pedal board. I'm really happy with the Temple stuff. Cool. I bought it used off of Reverb, and I'm not using currently, at least, their like twist system plates that are in it. Yeah. Really, I just like it, and I stole this from my friend Jonathan. I like it because it's like, it's got like a cheese board or whatever, like it's got holes all in it of various sizes, and so it's perfect for zip ties and cable paths, and a lot better than like a pedal train with these big gaps that you can move things around pretty easy, but it never looks tidy. So my goal for this is to look tidy and kind of have like an outer edge of the pedal board that's like always on, always in use, and then have another line of the pedal board that's like as we're sent stuff to review, as I'm sent stuff to audition, or whatever, or fun pedals that I don't need for every gig. I'm gonna kind of have an area that is planned to be flexible
for your ring modulator,
right? Because I think that's my issue with other like legit pedal boards with like custom cable links and all that. I never really give myself an area to just like freestyle because the only thing that's constant with me is change.
And a noble.
Yeah, and a noble. Heck yeah, man. I will say the secret weapon, the new secret weapon, and I have it hidden under the pedal board, is the 29 Pedals EUNA buffer. Ooh. Well, it's not technically a buffer. Ooh. They call it a line amplifier or something like that. But it serves as a buffer. It's supposed to like condition your cable, whatever, long cable length, unbalanced, blah, 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 all the stuff. I don't know what the heck it actually does, but you plug into it. It's got 3 sweetener switches if you want to add a little bit of like a little bit more low end, a little bit more like a bright switch or harmonic booster. And all of them are very subtle, but it's just like you plug into it and you sound better. It sounds clearer, sounds bigger. It just sounds like pure wonderful. Just better. I don't know how else to describe it. I was playing my API 3124 preamp, like incredibly nice, arguably one of the best preamps in the world, maybe one of the best preamps you can get, period. Playing it, and then I was going right into the DI in that API strip, and then I was like, what if I just put the unit in front of it just to see, I've only got 12 foot of unbalanced cable here, and that would require me adding another cable to get into the DI. It's like, let's just see if it sounds better. Sounded like I'm talking 15 to 20% better. Just pure my bass tone.
Pure my bass tone.
So if you're into, I'm the kind of guy that would have like a big pedal board full of only utility pedals and nothing fun. So I have to like watch myself in that regard. But I don't know, man. This is one that it's like it's a big freaking deal.
That's awesome, dude.
It just sounds better. So
well, I can't wait to hear it. We'll have to demo that together.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Sweet.
Super tiny company, super nice guy. I've been messaging him on Instagram. Another thing I like is that you can hide it under the pedal board and it remembers if it's been switched on or off.
Oh, that's cool.
So every time my pedal board powers up, maybe I give it a look because again, maybe a cable or something hit it in the thing, or in the case as I'm traveling, but most likely not. Like it's always been on, just like I left it.
Nice.
And so,
that's awesome.
I'm a convert. They make an overdrive. I'd like to try one day. Nice. 29 pedals.
29 pedals.
So,
dude, yeah, Gear Horizon.
29 red balloons.
Gosh. Gear that I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Dude, probably another P bass, tragically.
Would this be 3 or 4?
I'm going to have to get rid of some, so hopefully the number stays the same.
I would agree.
Yeah. So we'll see how that shakes out. I've been getting ads for is those mono power supplies. Have you seen these?
Yeah.
I got to check these out.
They're a big deal. What's it called? Switching. Mm-hmm. Like it's kind of replaced the Voodoo Labs that everyone would have.
I haven't seen Voodoo Labs in so long.
Yeah, it's a new way of doing it. I guess I don't know enough about it. I'm gonna assume it's better, but whether it is or not, to be able to fit one that flat under the cheapest Amazon board or the cheapest pedal train that's not like angled at all.
Yeah, dude.
For it to be able, that's a big freaking deal.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So,
dude, yeah, I mean, I got that True Tone.
Are they just rebranded? What is it? Kooks, Ciokes, I don't know. That was the first brand name to be doing these thin power supplies.
Oh, I don't know.
My Temple came with one.
Oh, nice.
But it's a Temple in collaboration with that
nice
company. To me, it looks like a rebrand of, or like the same technology.
Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Right now, I don't need a ton of power for my current bass board.
Well, when you bring a Noble, it'll power everything.
Oh, yeah, true. That's totally true. Hop in line, baby. Wait a year. Could be you.
It's true.
No, I'm just kidding, Noble. I love you. But yeah, Very cool. We'll see. I'm traveling. He's traveling. We got good stuff lined up. Hey, would you guys hit us up? Say hey to us. Drop a line in the comments, in our Instagrams, whatever. Thanks for listening. I say we get out of here, man.
See ya.
See ya.